I'd like to verify that the low friction cart is exhibiting uniform motion. Uniform motion occurs when the displacements of the cart over equal time intervals are equal. We're going to use Vernier's LagerPro software to do this. You can see that there are 3 panes inside the LagerPro software window that we're going to use to accomplish this. The most important one, when we start, is going to be the pane that shows the movie of the cart moving along the track. Let's watch that once. So I want to argue that that's uniform motion. Perhaps just looking at that, you're already convinced. I am, but let's try to be a little bit more rigorous in confirming that that motion is uniform. Note the time duration of this film clip. It starts the moment after my hand stops touching the cart. My hand had been pushing the cart. I let the cart go. It continues to move to the right along the track, and then eventually is going to hit this thing at the right side of the track. And the film clip starts right after I stop touching the cart and ends right before the cart hits the thing at the end. And it's over this interval that I claim that the motion is uniform. We're going to use this LagerPro software to do video analysis of the cart on the track. We're going to track one point on the cart as the cart moves along. And in fact, we're going to treat the entire cart as if it's just a particle. And you'll see that as I track the cart as it moves along, little dots are going to be placed down. And I'm actually thinking of the cart as a little dot, not as this green thing with wheels and complications. And that approach to physics is common to most of the problems we'll do this semester. We take something a little bit complicated and we treat it as a simplified version of itself in order to understand the physics that we're trying to get our minds around. All right, so I want to track this cart through time and space. And so I click here on this icon, second from the top on the right here. And I am going to find one feature on the cart that I will repeatedly click on in each frame of the movie. So here I'm going to click on this one point on the cart. And then I'm going to do that again. And I am repeatedly doing it. That's probably enough. One more maybe. All right. So I haven't been too careful about it because I think the point is made without having to be too careful where I click. But as you can see, I hope you can see that each time I clicked on the cart in each frame of the movie, a little blue dot was placed where I clicked. And you can see that all of these blue dots are pretty much fall along a line as the cart moves along, and that the distance between each dot and the next is equal. Now, as I clicked on each frame, as I clicked on the same feature in each frame, there's a spreadsheet that noted the time of the frame and the X and Y positions of the feature on the cart I was clicking on. And so I get this tabular view of the data. LagerPro also provides a graphical view of this table of data. For instance, here I've extracted the X positions and plotted them against the times. So I have a plot of the position of the cart as a function of time at these discrete moments in time. And here's where I hope to confirm that the cart is exhibiting uniform motion. For me, just seeing that all these points lie along a diagonal line proves to me that the cart is undergoing uniform motion. And the reason that is so is that if you look at it, each of these dots appears a tenth of a second after the previous dot. So each of these points are placed down at tenth of a second time intervals. And if you look at how much the position of the cart changes over each tenth of a second interval, you'll notice that those changes are about the same. That fact is what leads to this trend looking like all the points are lying on a diagonal line. And so this is what gives me confidence that the motion that we just analyzed is uniform motion. It's also kind of fun to watch the movie now that I've placed down those points, because now you see the pictorial view of the motion of this cart through space as the little dots get placed down as the cart moves through those moments in time. It's kind of fun to watch. Ah, uniform motion.